Well, good evening, guys. Daniel here from Malt Jack, and welcome back. Here again with a beautiful bottle of Johnnie Walker 15-year-old Green Label, and I'm here with my man Aiden. Welcome back, mate.
Three in a row, why not? 3 feet.
Well, you haven't left today.
I haven't left, no. We've done 3 videos. It's a good weekend for it. Why
maybe
not?
4?
Maybe 4.
We've stopped counting, eh?
We have stopped counting, but why not?
Yeah.
Look at it.
Oh, look. Guys, it's been an absolute cracking day. The sun's just setting over in the background. There was some guy, I don't know what you call it, like hang gliding in with the motor. And we're sitting here with this Johnnie Walker Green Label bottle.
I don't know if you did that justice. It's got a huge fan at the back. And so he was on the ground over there, touching the ground, and then took off again. So it's basically a jetpack. I would count it as a jetpack, right?
More or less, yeah. I was waiting for the guy to go into the water and come back out again, and
or at least into the field of carrots, like anything.
I mean, while you're talking, I'm just nosing this this whiskey. I've never tried this one before. This Green Label, which is surprising because I've tried most of the Johnnie Walker stuff. And for me, it's a bit hit and miss. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like their low end stuff is kind of, okay, not great, but it's very well known.
It's almost a skill ceiling. Like the red label stuff kind of sits down here. Then you get the blue label, and noticeable difference between the two, as there should be. But when you really hit that blue label stuff, it's like, wow. So yeah, I'm really excited to try this. I mean, personally, I didn't even know it came in a Green Label until,
I've known about it for quite some time, and to be honest, I haven't done any research on it, and I think, like, I might be wrong here, but I thought they discontinued it for a while, and then just recently, I don't know how long ago, they've brought it back in. Right. So I got this bottle as a gift from a colleague of mine, so, you know, thanks for that, shout out for that.
Cheers, colleague.
Yeah. I won't embarrass you by mentioning your name, but you know, it's a proper whiskey, and I've heard really, really good things about it. So the blue label I do quite enjoy, but I've never bought a blue label. You know, at a price point of over $200, there's probably at least about 50 whiskies on my list that I would buy before that blue label.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, great whiskey to get as a gift, and I enjoy it. But
especially because it's so readily available. Like I can't imagine a pub that you could walk into and not get a Johnnie Blue Label if you wanted to.
No, that's right.
I mean, that obviously takes away from the appeal as well. Not taking away from the whiskey, but you know, when something's a little bit rarer, it tastes a little bit better.
And it's still a blend. Like, okay, it's an expensive blend. It's a good blend, but it's still a blend. Like, it's not a single malt. And this one here is a blend as well. But it's a 15-year-old, and just trying to see what percentage they bottle this one at, but I can never find where. Oh, here we go, 24 standard drink, so it's going to be a bit over 40, I would think. But where does it say?
Should be there somewhere.
It's got to be there somewhere. But
when where it is, let us know.
Yeah, when I want to find it, I can never find it. Oh, here it is down the bottom. You can't really see it, but it's 43%.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a little bit higher than a usual 40%. So hopefully we get a bit more flavour out of it.
Let's give it a go, eh?
Yeah, give it a go. Cheers, mate. Cheers. It's been a cracking day.
Still Johnnie.
You definitely know it's a Johnnie, but to be honest, there's something a little bit special about this one. I just need to sit on it for a little bit more because I haven't tried it before. And I know we've had a few beers today, so I need to kind of get that flavour out. But this one's kind of like, for me, it's kind of like a double black, but a little bit more kick to it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's got a little bit more spice. There's definitely some pepper in there. But what I'm most surprised about, there's a little bit of peated smoke in there.
Yeah, that's
just a little bit, which is surprising for a Johnnie. I wasn't expect. I've been told about it, but you wouldn't expect it out of a Johnnie Walker. So you don't get a whole lot on the nose.
No,
but more so on the taste and on the palate and the aftertaste.
Smelling it, I definitely didn't sense the smokiness, and we're standing next to a fire, so I would have suspected it would have been a little bit corrupted, but when you taste it, it's definitely there. You can definitely, very nice peated flavour. It's not too intense.
No, it's not strong.
No.
It's probably only probably even less than half a serve of peat. You know, the next whiskey we're going to do a little bit later on is the Cole Isla. So that's got not a heavily peated whiskey, but that's got a little bit more peat in it. You know, I was kind of thinking about, okay, well, what whiskies can we take, you know, camping with us this weekend? You know, it's, all right, I want something a little bit different, and something I haven't, you know, tried before. So I thought, you know, this Johnnie Walker probably is, you know, something nice. What other flavours are you getting in that? It's quite smooth, to be honest. A lot smoother.
Incredibly smooth, yeah, definitely smoother than the lower level shade. And that's what I was talking about before, when you can kind of sense it. It's quite a step up as you move into the blues. Obviously the green is a huge step up from the red as well.
Look, it's not very fruity. It's, you know, a bit sort of grainy. There's a little bit of sort of toffee flavour in there. Maybe a little bit of orange zest in there. You know, a little bit malty. I can taste a little bit of, you know, barrel smoke and a bit of oak in there on the aftertaste. You know, a little bit syrupy. You know, it's quite a nice drop.
But
it
isn't
nice colour.
thick. It isn't too thick. Yeah.
No, it's not too thick. You know, it's at the same time it is quite light and refreshing.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's
perfect campfire whiskey or fire whiskey, I would say, for sure.
I think it's not a bad drop actually. You know, for a commercial blended whiskey.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I think the price point of this one, I mean, look, I didn't buy this bottle, but I think price point's around $80 to $90, something like that, about $85. So, you know, it's not a cheap whiskey, but it's not an expensive whiskey. Yeah. You know, by my standard. For me, anything I pay over $100 for, I think, you know, I want a bit more out of it. Yeah. You know, so for that price point, I'm actually pretty impressed with it, to tell you the truth. Definitely.
Well, I mean, you think about it, like there's so many whiskey brands out there have like the lower level whiskies, and then you struggle to tell the difference between as you start to move up. But I think with Johnnie Walker, there's something they do really well, where it's like the bottom level is clearly the bottom level, and as you move up, you definitely notice a difference. And this is so much smoother, as would be expected.
Yeah, definitely.
The lower levels. I might like this more than a blue, if I'm honest.
Well, yeah, maybe. You know, definitely the price point I do. You know, would I?
Of course, yep.
I would probably buy a bottle of that before I'd buy a bottle of blue, to be honest.
Yep.
You know, Johnnie Walker is kind of a whiskey that I always get given as a gift.
Yeah, well, everyone does.
You know, because everyone gets that as a gift, and I think, okay, another bottle of, you know, Johnnie Walker Black, fantastic. You know, I've got 10 of them in the cupboard that I then give away to someone else. You know,
at least
not a bad whiskey.
It doesn't have a Game of Thrones cover on it. So
well, true, yeah, true.
It's not buying into the cliche.
But would I buy the Johnnie Walker Green? I think I would, to tell you the truth.
I think I would too.
At that price point.
I think, especially at that price point, it might be something when you take to a party, it's enough to kind of get people to go, oh yeah, that's, you know, it's not a black, that's a step up, and at the price point of $80, I'm pretty happy with that for sure.
I am too, and it's not. I mean, it's not something basic like your Johnnie Walker Black or a double black. Like it sort of stands out. People sort of ask questions. Oh, green label. I didn't know that. Yeah. Like what you said. I didn't know there was a green label.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I mean, I knew it was there, but I'd never really gone out and bought it because I thought, oh, Johnnie Walker.
Definitely.
I don't want to spend my money on it. I've got a lot of other things I'd rather buy first.
Yeah, exactly.
But look, you know, fantastic gift, and a big shout out to my colleague who bought that for me. So I think it's a great whiskey. I mean, I'm not going to ramp on too much about it.
No, but I will add the intricacy of, obviously there's a little bit more to it when you go the green label, but even the flavours, the more I sip it, the more intricate it seems to get, and it's definitely not like a basic whiskey in that sense. No, definitely different flavours every time, and I'm enjoying it.
I'm enjoying it too,
enjoy it.
And I definitely think the more we sit on this whiskey tonight, the more we're going to get out of it. You know, I think it's very difficult to do a review on a whiskey that you've just poured.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You need to let it open up. Definitely. So I think as we sip on it, as you sit on it, as you get to know it a little bit more,
it is going well with that fire. That's for sure. As I get that,
the smoke definitely. And I always say, like, for me, whiskey is not just about something in the glass, drinking it. Like, it's about who you're with, you know, what you're eating, the atmosphere, where you are. It's the whole experience. You know, do you agree with that?
I do agree. Absolutely.
You know, I think just this gold thing in a glass is not that special. You know, it's sharing it with the right company at the right place at the right time, and that's what really does make it special. So, you know, there you have it, guys. That's our not so technical Johnnie Walker Green review.
But slightly technical.
Well, yes and no. I mean, I think we've spoken more about the concept behind it.
Yeah, definitely.
Rather than the whiskey itself. But, you know, I'll drop a bit more of a detailed review on Instagram after we've got to know it. Because, as you can see, we've literally just cracked this bottle. So we will get to know it by the campfire while we cook a bit of barbecue over there. And we'll pair it with, I don't know what we've got. We've got some lamb, we've got some chicken, we've got some beef, a whole heap of stuff over there. So we'll pair it with a few things and do a proper review a little bit later on. So,
and as always, let us know what you think in the comments. I'd like to know what you think.
I'd love to actually get a comment for once. Yeah. That'd be really nice.
We'll work on it.
We're getting there. Yeah.
Cheers to the first comment.
Cheers, mate. And once again, appreciate you being on the show.
Oh,
and hopefully we've got one more whiskey review left in us tonight. So
we do.
Stay tuned, guys. Appreciate you watching. If you like it, subscribe, and we'll catch you soon.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Nailed it.
Nailed it again.
Nailed it again. That's a really nice whiskey.
That's actually really good, man.
Yeah.